I could go back in time and actually get back on that. So and just collect all the rare fucking games back then, because I'd be a millionaire.
Oh yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, did you guys see that a unsealed copy of Super Mario Brothers for the NES sold for $660,000?
No, I didn't see that. That's kind of cool.
It just came. Like, it was on the news today. Let me make sure it's actually $660,000.
So is
yeah, I saw CNN reporting that Super Mario is gonna be killed in general the other day. I took that story seriously.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, that's been floating around the internet for like a month now.
Yeah.
Yeah, sealed Super Mario Brothers sells for $660,000, shattering record for most expensive game ever. So apparently it's sealed and graded too on top of that, so that's why it's so expensive. And yes, apparently they grade unopened video games.
Yep.
I mean that's a lot of
I've known that
in general, right? Once you open it, it like loses half the value, right?
That's like comic books and cards, yeah.
Oh, speaking of grading,
you could
Dalo.
go on eBay and look up a graded copy of Final Fantasy VII. Yes.
Speaking of grading, Dalo, have you read about the great grade apocalypse that's happening right now?
See ya. Nice job.
So PSA led this week.
How like everybody like PSA has stopped it.
Yes, no more PSA grading submissions unless it's for the highest tier value service, which is like the super expensive, like $300 per card kind of grading.
Oh.
And this is for everything. This is for sports cards and Pokemon, because apparently in the last 3 months, PSA has received more submissions. Excuse me, in the month of March alone, that is, in the month of March alone, PSA received more submissions than they had in the previous 4 months combined. And they're getting killed with a combination of like opening day for baseball. So people are buying all the brand new 2021 product and then saying like, oh, I'm gonna send all this. Every single fucking rookie or whatever that I play on this, I'm gonna send it in to grade it because bulk grading is so cheap, and all of the renewed interest in like Pokemon and Digimon and Magic and all those cards, like they're just getting killed with submissions. So finally they said, you know what, no more submissions until July, for anything other than the most expensive tier grading service. And then as soon as they did that, all the other grading services that don't have a backlog tripled their prices. So now like SGC is charging $75 a card as opposed to $25 for grading. Beckett Grading Services already has a huge backlog as it is, so like you're not going to get shit graded with them either. And then all the little tinier grading services also raise their prices, and like collectors are losing their minds this week over this.
Yeah, it's all about that. I hear this all the time because again, I'm in like all sorts of like trading card groups, so I was thinking about sending some stuff to CGC, because I honestly straight up said like, well, CGC is going to go up in price, even though everybody in the Pokemon community likes to shit on the company. But look who's laughing now.
Exactly. Yep. Which one's CGC? Is that certified guarantee?
Yes, they're famous for their comic books.
Okay. Yeah, I knew I'd heard of them before, but like, man, my buddy, like, I don't grade a lot of stuff. Although I do have some stuff I need to grade. And I am kind of pissed off, but my buddy, like, he grades way more than I do, and he was beside himself with anger about this because he had just finished buying up a shitload. Because he's sports, right? He's completely sports. He doesn't know shit about nerd shit. That's me. I was always the nerdy friend, but even so, like, none of us know comic books. None of us know like Star Wars. But my buddy he realized that like older Marvel cards and Star Wars cards were starting to go for some money, so he's been hoovering up like all the Star Wars and Marvel comics card lots on places like OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace.
He's doing what I'm doing with Magic, trying to find all the people who are trying to sell their bulk because it's a hard time in the economy. So
yeah, dude, like the guys are selling like here's a whole box of cards. I know they're worth something, but I don't care enough to like sort them. So you can have this whole fucking box for like $200. And he bought a bunch of old Star Wars cards like that. And dude, there's fucking gold in there. Like he's got several Luke Skywalker cards. I forget which Luke Skywalker it is, but he's got several of them that if they grade out to like a PSA like 7 or better, they sell for like $1,500. Now his may not get a 7. One of his got a 7. I know that because he showed it to me. But the rest of them may not have gotten a 7. But he can still sell them for like $300. So like he literally has like $5,000 or $6,000 worth of Marvel and like Star Wars cards that he's sitting on that he has to send to get graded, and now they're gonna cost him like 4 times as much as it was before. So he's like, well, fuck, now I'm screwed. I gotta sit on these cards until submissions open back up again. Otherwise, it's I'm gonna be losing a lot of money.
Just tell him like, well, think of it as a long-term investment.
I mean, yeah, in the long run, $5,000. Now I say this. I don't mean this to be like, oh, I'm so rich, $5,000 is nothing. But like, if you've got like a regular office job, and you've been working for a while, like my buddy has, like $5,000. I mean, it sucks, but it's not like end of the world, right? So, and I was like,
I was just saying like he should just wait it out because
that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. So
yeah, that's the smart thing because even if you got them graded and you paid the exorbitant amount.
Yeah,
you still have to find a buyer, so which is
finding a buyer is not a problem, not right now, anyways, because everything is so hot. But and I don't think it's gonna be a problem going forward. But it's just that he spent all this money on these cards, and if he gets them graded now and sells them, like he's gonna take a huge hit, because the fees, all the fees on these cards are so expensive now. Like his pile would be worth $5,000 more if $5,000 more profit if the grading fees were what they were before this change. So
Sobro just is setting up now.